Now with more Republican Congresswoman from Florida, Ileana Ross-Layton. Great to see you, Congresswoman. Let's talk for a moment about
thank you very much.
The new committee. What do you make of the fact that Ms. Pelosi is calling this a kangaroo court?
Well, this is amazing to have the verdict before you even have the trial. She's already saying it's a kangaroo court. The committee hasn't been composed yet. Only the Republican members have been named. It is up to her now to name the 5 members of the Democratic caucus who will be part of this. It would be foolish for the Democrats to not participate in a very serious matter. We're talking about an attack, a terrorist attack, that took the lives of 4 Americans, and we want to make sure that this is never repeated. The only way to do that is to examine what went wrong. Were stand-down orders given? Why did the Accountability Review Board, the group that was tasked with looking at this terrorist attack, not even interview Hillary Clinton? All that they did in this supposed report was hand the document to Secretary Clinton and said, this is our report. How could you not have asked the person at the top, what were you doing? What assets did we have? Did you coordinate with the Department of Defense? Was President Obama told? Where was President Obama during this extended firefight? This was not a little isolated incident, and on a date that is so important in American history, where we know we have to be very wary of terrorist attacks. What happened? Could we have saved those lives? How could we not want to get at the bottom of this? How can you call this a kangaroo court before you even set it up? Let's have Nancy Pelosi put 5 people who are willing to look at the facts without any partisan debate and really look at what happened so that we can get at the truth. Shame on them if they don't participate.
To that end, though, what impact will this have if the Democrats actually do boycott? What impact will this have on the public?
Well, I think that the public will see that the Democratic Party ones who are making this a partisan witch hunt, because the Republicans that have been appointed by Speaker Boehner are fair. Yes, we have certain opinions about what happened. How can we not? We're looking for information. And once you give us the information, then maybe we can say, you know, we were wrong when we said that Secretary Clinton couldn't have done anything. We were wrong when we said the Department of Defense couldn't send assets in time to save these lives. But unless you have the facts, you won't get at it. And why is a select committee important? Because all of our committees have certain areas of jurisdiction. And one committee is unable to get at all of the facts because then the other committee will say, hey, that's not within your jurisdiction in foreign affairs. That's ours in armed services. And you'll have a lot of these blockades. And the select committee will be able to have subpoena power, will be able to have the individuals there. And we are still getting new information, new documents that have come in. And that's really what spurred Speaker Boehner to appoint the select committee. He has been hesitant to do it,
I need to jump in just for a
move.
quick second. I only have just a few seconds left, but I need to ask you this question. What happens in the impact if it appears that the Republicans are pushing too hard? Could there be a backlash? Just a few seconds, please.
I don't think that we can push too hard when you want to get at the truth. I don't think that you can push too hard when you want to look at what could have been done to save American lives. I don't think that we can push too hard to make sure that this never happens again and that we can protect our embassy officials and those Navy SEALs who are serving valiantly throughout the world. We can't push too hard to get at the truth.
All right, Congresswoman, thank you so much for joining us with your insights. Of
Thank
course,
you.
I know you'll be following these developments quite closely, as are we. Thank you for